Aloha, everyone. My name is Mark, and I am the Casual Exile. Hey, today we're going to the Drowned City. The Drowned City is the flooded ruins you reach after draining the water around the Ziggurat Encampment. To give a quick overview, the layout is a big open zone of water-damaged ruins split into two main sections with a central connecting path and a swarming nest in the middle. Legacy of the Vaal is progressed here by heading towards the Apex of Filth, and the Treasures of Utzaal starts if you find the Molten Vault entrance and talk to Oswald. You'll face packs of River Hags, filthy firstborns, drowned explorers and crawlers, clubbers, lobbers, and river drakes. There is no boss in this area itself, but watch for the drowning teal orbs, check the foul quarters for gold, and look for the exits to the Apex of Filth and the Molten Vault. Ready to get wet? Let's do this. Hey Exiles, we're back here. We are ready to continue with Legacy of the Vaal. We are at the base of the Ziggurat, and we are about to talk to Alva. And Alva tells us about this door, but unfortunately we can't get in. And so we're going to head into the Drowned City in an attempt to find this large gold something that goes into this door. So let's head into the Drowned City, shall we? Now, there's no boss in this area. However, it is very, very, very large. So lots of searching, lots of little areas. You can go into a couple of little underground areas. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them, and there is lots of gold. We'll go through. I'll point out a couple of surprises so that you don't get too surprised as you go through the zone, so that you know what's coming up. So first, as always, grab the checkpoint and then just start making your way across the zone. What you're gonna find, these baddies with these guys swing they blow up after you kill them, so just be aware of that. And what you're gonna see is you're going to see these witches, and these witches cast a couple of things. Don't get caught in these little tidal pools, and they will throw out little, I don't know, they look like little balloons. If you're in the balloon, there's a balloon, right? If you're in that balloon, the world gets really small. That's the only way I can describe it. And eventually you will drown because it's a water balloon. And there's a level up. Cool. So I do not recommend standing in those balloons. The other thing that I want you to keep an eye out for is that every once in a while you're going to see some little doorways. And out of the doorways can come a whole bunch of these guys. See how they just came out of that doorway there? Yeah, you just got to be aware of that, that the doorways may or may not open. You see that doorway right there? Maybe it'll open, maybe it won't. A group of about, I don't know, 10 to 12 of them will come out. If it does, so just be aware of that, that this can get pretty cramped pretty quickly. With that, I am going to search for my next point of interest and go on a little speed breach until then. Hey, so we've reached a checkpoint, and we've reached the entrance to the Molten Vault. So let's summon Oswald. Let's see what he has to say.
What's all this, then? Now you've done it. Why are you making me risk my hide by coming out here? The monkey represented Kamasa, the Vaal god of wealth. Even I'm to give a look around. If you
I suppose it could be worth a look.
So he wants you to enter the Molten Vault and find out what's in there. We can do that because I think we can come back out. Well, even if we can't, we'll just teleport to the waypoint. So let's at least go in, grab the waypoint. There's the waypoint, and we'll come back out to the Drowned City so that later on we can go visit the Molten Vault. But not now. We're going to continue on with this area.
Infection!
So I mentioned a lot of these little checkpoints, and all you're going to see is door, and you'll be able to go into these little mini areas. In the mini areas are typically one or two big fat guys and a bunch of little baddies. So just take them out. Be careful about when they explode. Sometimes there's chests in there, sometimes there's not. They drop loot, they drop gold, but they're just tiny little areas that you can go in and come back out. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them throughout the area. We've reached another checkpoint, and this checkpoint is the midpoint of the zone. This checkpoint is a little bit dangerous. You're going to get swarmed by a whole bunch of little dog creatures, and they are fast. So just be aware that you are about to get swarmed and to react quickly. Ready? Look at that swarm. Big swarm right there. And they hurt. So just be aware of that and be prepared. But they drop some good stuff. So this can be about considered the halfway point of the zone.
The stench. I suppose they survived.
Another door area. This one, as you can see, it's got a chest in it.
None can oppose me.
Let's continue on. And we've reached another checkpoint, and this is the checkpoint for another exit to this zone. This one will bring us up to the Apex of Filth. And like the other zones, I absolutely recommend that you go up. It's just inside here. Grab the waypoint and then come back out because we want to finish up this zone. And I'm just gonna I'll say that you don't have to entirely finish this. You don't have to entirely finish the zone if you don't want to. You can proceed back to the Molten Vault, or you can continue on to the Apex of Filth. As of right now, you may find Vaal beacons in every single zone. So I recommend that you search the zone as much as you can. Look for Vaal beacons. We're in the Runes of Alder League, so look for Runes of Alder, to get those extra Verisium drops, because there's some good runes with those. And just keep an eye out for those things. But other than that, we're going to continue on into the Molten Vault. And then after the Molten Vault, we'll move on to the Apex of Filth. So I will see you for the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like it, leave a comment, give me a subscribe, help me grow. And until I see you next time, stay casual, Exiles.